Rory, what does 250 games mean to you?
It's very humbling. It's something I never thought I'd reach, probably. When you look back and you do a lot of reflecting, I suppose, but I look back at my first game and where I started, and this moment seemed like a long way away from that point. But for me, I mean, it'll be really special just to have my friends and family here and celebrate it with those that have sort of helped me along my journey and who have been there and been a big part of it too. So, look, I just want to play good footy and as a team and get a win and build into some finals, really. But I'll certainly make the time this weekend to thank a few important people.
You talk about your first game. How about sort of 12 or 13 months ago when you did your knee? How far away did 250 feel then?
I hadn't thought about it, to be honest, at all. And even about 5 weeks ago, my brother and a few mates had booked in to come in a couple of weeks' time, and then we started thinking, I'm like, actually, I might be playing 250 soon. So I hadn't put too much thought into it at all. But now I'm here. It would be really nice to have a few, as I mentioned before, a few important people that have meant a lot to my journey over the years that I'll be able to thank across this weekend.
Was 200 a bit weird? I don't think there was any crowd at all, was there?
No, we actually snuck my parents in and my wife Belinda and Sonny at that time. That was quite surreal, that game, but unique too as well. But what made it even more enjoyable is I think round one the following year, Tex and I took all the boys out, all 4 of our kids at that time, and that made that moment pretty special as well, so we certainly made up for it.
Is there a moment that you look back on in your AFL career that you just look back on fondly every now and then?
There's plenty of moments, from first games to mostly it's just the people you play with along your career. Grand final stands out for me too, although it wasn't quite the result we were after, but I've got a lot of fond memories, especially of that whole year and even that whole lead up to the granny.
Is there someone throughout your career that you have played with that's helped guide you along the way that you feel thankful for?
Again, there's plenty of people, and I'll reach out to some individuals across this time, but I'll give you a quick snapshot. So I came in, it was definitely Neil Craig, Simon Goodwin and VB. VB was like a big brother for me across all those years, so it's great to still be working with him now. Obviously your families, you never make it too far in life without the support of your loved ones and family, my wife, my kids, and my immediate family too. Having a big brother helps, I think, to put you back in your place across the years. So a big brother and a competitive younger sister. I was just lucky I grew up with a really loving, caring family. So, but if there's one bloke, I probably have thought about this a lot, but it's Scott Campriali. He's certainly impacted my probably football career more than most and taught me a lot of lessons in football.
What did Campo teach you?
Heaps of lessons. How to play midfield role. I think when I first was, before Campo came along, I was playing probably more wing and half forward. But just the dedication and the time and effort you need to put into your whole game to play in midfield, and it's certainly an honour to have been able to play in there for so long.
And you mentioned walking out with Tex in round one a couple of years ago, but and you shared a milestone with him only 2 weeks ago. He's been a constant along your journey. Can you talk us through your bond and how special it's been to share that together?
Yeah, I mean, there's not many. I mean, Tex I've got to know over the last 15 years, and we've spent 15 years riding the ups and downs of football, the whole journey. We've sort of been part of each other's. We've got to know each other's family and friends, and he's become one of my absolute best friends across this whole time. So the support and love and care his and his family have shown mine and my family over all these years, I can never be more thankful to the Walkers.
How intertwined do you think your legacies will be once you've done him?
I don't know. Hopefully there's a little bit left in those chapters as well. Yeah, I mean, I think I can probably speak on behalf of both of us at the moment, but we certainly love where we're at the moment, the footy, the group's playing, where we want to get to, and we certainly want to help these boys get back into some finals and contend for some finals over the years, because that's when Tex and I look back across our 15, 16-year career, it's certainly those moments in finals that you reflect on that you love, and I want these kids, Jake Saligo, Rash, Isaac, all these kids to play some finals as well.
You had yourself and Crouchy cheering him off the other week. Will that be the same pairing, but in reverse for you?
Yeah, I'll have a chat to a couple of boys and sort that out. I hadn't really crossed my mind, but going to have to get someone to match Tex's height almost, I think. So Crouchy or Laddie might not fit the brief.
How close to getting a new deal for next year?
Me?
How close are you yet?
I haven't really had those discussions yet, so I mean, I'm well and truly aware of my age and how this sort of unfolds, I suppose, from when you get to this point, and that's a discussion I'll pick up shortly with the club.
But you keen to play on?
Absolutely. I mean, I love football. I love playing for this club. I just love what I do. So I'll continue to play until they boot me out of here and say we don't want you inside our four walls.
I think Nixie and others have sort of almost said they were almost surprised by how well you've been able to come back and how quickly sort of re-find your best or close to. Has it sort of matched your expectations, or were you surprised yourself a bit this year?
No, I just set myself. I kept it simple, I suppose. Having that knee op certainly gave me some time to reflect on footy, and the whole goal was just to keep it simple, come back and enjoy footy no matter what happened. And that's sort of been the whole process this year, is enjoy every moment, enjoy it with the people you love and care about, enjoy playing football in front of 30, 40, 50,000, enjoy the grounds you're at, and whatever happens at the end of this year happens, and I'll be pretty content either way.
How is the body feeling at the moment?
Yeah, really good. I've been, what was it? I got back within about 9 months. Body feels really strong and still does, and I think I've been pretty thankful the way I've been played this year too. Had some limited minutes at times, which has certainly kept me fresh for this back part of the year.
Is that, Nixie spoke at the start of the year about you and Tex being managed. Tex missed a game, you haven't missed a game yet. Is that part of the reason why you haven't missed a game, because the body's feeling so good and you've been managed in games?
Yeah, and I've found, absolutely, that's part of it, and I've sort of found a different formula that's suited myself. A lot more early work in the gym, probably less running early in the week, just to keep the legs fresh for later in the week. But for me, it's all about building to game day, so I'm happy to feel a bit sore and domsy, I suppose, from a few gym sessions over main training, as long as I'm feeling good on game day.
Do you suspect then that you won't need to be managed in a game?
That'd be the plan at the moment, absolutely.
Been stitched up by Giants last two Adelaide Oval games. They're a tough side on a 4-match winning streak.
They are. They got us at the start of the year too up there, and I thought we played some solid footy for a half, and we let them run over the top of us. But yeah, their contested game and their pressure, I think that's probably undervalued across the comp. But look, we let ourselves down on the weekend and didn't quite match Essendon in that area, so it'll be a focus on what we bring this weekend.
Why have they been a bit of a bogey side?
Well, that's probably just the last couple of years. If you reflect on the last few years, there's probably been a few teams that have been our bogey side, but that's probably just where we're at in our journey. So we're a different footy side this year, absolutely, I think. So again, we're probably more focused on how do we rectify a few things from the weekend.
You talk about wanting finals football for the next generation. How important are the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks in achieving that this year?
The whole rest of the season is massive, so it'll be how we respond this weekend. Certainly want us to crack in and play some really solid footy, and that makes our fans proud, and that's what we've played for most of this season. So it'll be about just bringing that and then just rolling on from there. We've got a few really solid games coming in the late part of the year too. When
you eventually give it away, with coaching, or what appeals to you beyond footy?
I haven't really thought too far ahead there. No, I can't even answer that, so cross that path when I get there.